Hello, people of the world and beyond. My name is R the Silent, and today I am here to talk to you about the heart chakra. It is the fourth chakra in the lineup. And if you haven't seen any of the other videos, well, just click on the channel and go and watch them if you want. And, anyways, so this chakra has to do with matters of the heart. Every kind of love that you can think of, unconditional, conditional, um, jealousy, those are all forms and expressions of love, even if some of them are a little outdated. But yeah, so the word for this chakra is anahata, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, obviously. And it usually means like unstuck or unbeaten. In this chakra, specifically, its element is related to air. And its color, I think I already said it, is green, but sometimes when people have a higher vibrational frequency, it can relate, or it is related to the color pink. This chakra is blocked by grief. Sorry, I'm sitting in my chair by my desk and everything. So, like I said, this chakra can relate to, or it relates to loving oneself or others' relationships, compassion, empathy, forgiveness. Also, it is one of the centers of awareness. People very frequently live from their hearts. They can weigh decisions based on their hearts. People do it all the time. A lot of people are very full of emotions or very full of lack of emotions and think very logically with their head, which is fine. It also relates to acceptance, transformation, change, and just tapping back into that center of awareness. So I'll make a whole video about this, but just kind of to explain this a little bit. So a lot of art, like Christian, Catholic, whatever else falls under the umbrella for that, a lot of depictions of Christ. He has his heart is on fire. And that's kind of an interesting thing to think about. But it's the burning heart. So what that relates to is the consciousness of Christ, and how his consciousness transcended all different kinds of earthly desires or animal instincts, and he was able to give out compassion and heal blind and the sick and give people chances. There's just being in that mindset is what's considered the Christ consciousness. Now we can talk about this for a while, but let's get back to the video. Yeah, obviously. So so when it's open, you will feel harmonious, like you have the capacity to love and express or experience unconditional love, appreciation of all things, or you have the ability to experience, hello, hi, or you have the ability to experience deep, like emotionally deep-rooted relationships. And also, so I made a video about clairsentience, and this is one of those things where your heart chakra is connected to a specific ability, and if you go in and check out the video, that'd be pretty cool too. But it's a completely valid form of an ability. Most people whose heart chakra is open have clairsentience. They can tune into their surroundings, pull emotions out of people. People who have that ability have been known to take advantage of it and become energy vampires, and then use their ability to steal energy from other people. Whether they do it intentionally or not, it's just still something to be aware of. um, so closed energy can be represented by codependency, jealousy, like we were talking about, being withdrawn emotionally or like emotionally closed off or unavailable. Um, so the reason it's elemented air is because it's connected to the breath. It's also connected to spaciousness, and it shows the inner web of connection to all things. Um, with that being said, it's also connected to the thymus and the lungs and the heart, obviously. So circulatory, um, lungs and thymus regulates hormones important to the immune system. There it is. um, so when the heart chakra is aligned up properly, you can transcend the limits of the ego, and actually, um, being it that it's the fourth chakra, it is the bridge between the lower chakras and the higher chakras. Higher chakras are of a higher frequency than the lower ones, and lower ones deal with more of our animal instincts. So like trying to procreate, trying to survive, trying to have a good job, or be like emotionally or egotistically having egotistical like realizations or expressions. So people are always proud about their jobs, and well, I work here, or I do that, or I do this, and those are the kind of basic stuff that I'm talking about. And the heart is kind of like the bridge between the lower planes of existence, so all the things that I just talked about, including all the higher vibrational frequencies that come with all of the higher chakras. So the third eye chakra, the throat chakra, heart chakra, crown chakra, all of those give us different abilities or certain thoughts that have a higher alignment in their innate ability to kind of give us those kind of concepts or connections to higher levels of um, dimensions or being. So all of those appear and meet at the heart, and the heart connects all of them just flawlessly, kind of connects all of the energy points so that you're able to function properly, which is pretty cool. I know I'm saying a lot, but you'll have to excuse me. I'm a little tired. Um, so with this kind of imbalance, you'll see a lot of like bronchitis or lung infections, where you're just getting sick a lot. So to balance out this chakra, I'm moving. So to balance out this chakra, obviously meditation, therapy, if you need it. Most people don't realize they need it, but I'm just throwing that out there. Engage in activities that feed the heart. Engage in conscious gratitude, whether that's in your mind. You can do this like eating food, just sitting there enjoying, closing your eyes, staying off your phone, just enjoying the food that you have and feeling grateful for it, or just being grateful for the living situation that you're in. Or there's plenty of I'm grateful that I have a pen to write with. Gratitude, meditation, self-compassion, which is some people see as like most people have this like innate need to be selfless and even become martyrs for that reason, when you really don't have to be. You could just show yourself compassion. It's not selfish or wrong in the way that society has taught us that it is. Just be nice to yourself, work on your inner dialogue. It helps with confidence. It really does. Just trying to be nice to yourself. Sometimes that voice in your head is yelling at you because you're unwilling to listen to what it has to say, so it starts being mean and rude. I've created a mostly safe atmosphere in my mind for full expressions uninhibited expressions of the self to where it can play out in my head, and I don't judge what's going on in my head, but I give it a place in my head, in my mind, and I validate it. And if it needs to be taken care of, then I give it love. If not, then I try not to ignore it. At the very least, I listen to it, tell it that it's been heard. And if I do something else, that's how it is. That's as far as I've gotten with it. And confidence is different. Confidence came with realization of all the things that I've been through in my life. So it's very personal. It's not fake in any degree. But that came with a lot of self-talk. I knew I was putting myself down a lot, just being really horribly bad to myself when I messed things up, or I couldn't talk to people or be around people. It's fine. It's all right. Go easy on yourself. And then practice that. And then positive reinforcement. Be nice to yourself. Self-compassion. Let's see. So this chakra also relates to giving and receiving. And along those same lines, if you are a giver and you give all the time, maybe focus on receiving for a little bit. Obviously, don't take it too far to the other side of the spectrum, but if you're a taker and you take things, don't come to my house. No, I'm just kidding. Practice on giving and see where that leads you. I think that's about it. Honestly. Matters of the heart are terrible sometimes, but I suppose, especially being a man for these kinds of things, in my mind, being a man means dealing with things that you don't want to deal with. And sometimes that includes our emotions and feelings. So I think the manlier thing would be to accept how we feel, express how we feel. And it sucks. I get it. I shut down like a robot that's been unplugged. There's a low battery. It's not easy. I mean, the concept is simple, but it's not always easy to apply. So, for all the men out there that think that emotions show weakness, you're not alone, honestly. I know it sounded a little weird, didn't it? If you look for a specific thing, you're going to find it in a bunch of people that agree with it. So maybe not focusing on stuffing your feelings down, because as we have said in some of my other videos, stuffing your feelings down only leads to physical elements of the body, especially rage and anger, which is the only socially acceptable form of emotions that men are allowed to express. So I think expressing yourself differently, would be good for you. And you don't have to say things. You can write, you can draw, you can express yourself however you want, but don't just shove them down. Because you think they disappear, but they don't. They come up in a bunch of different ways and unexpected ways. So, yeah, and if you're grieving, and if you lost somebody, what I want to say is, it doesn't make it better when people say, "My condolences for your loss." Grieving has no time limit. Don't feel judged or persecuted for feeling a certain way. Some people laugh at funerals. It's how they deal with their emotions. Don't feel bad for feeling bad. Just do you. I mean, all the symptoms or signs of grief, or the seven, I can't remember exactly what it is, but all the emotions you go through, they never happen in order. Depression, anger, denial, all of those, like, sometimes you even skip some. So, and sometimes you're just sad for a really long time. I know, especially with parents, when their parents die and your grandparents die, for your mother who lost her mother, it's very difficult. And when you lose a parent, you never get over it. So there's no, there's no time limit on grief. Tupac said it best. He said, "I ain't got nothing but love for you. Do you think, boy?" You guys got this. That's all I got. This video is running kind of long, so